yeah. Keep your engines idling, kid.
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, we have the Angel Engine Momo version, which is a Transformers Prime Pink ARCEE from APC Toys. Stick around. What's up and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be unboxing, transforming, and reviewing the Angel Engine Momo version Transformers Prime Pink ARCEE from APC Toys. So if you guys saw my cut video not too far back, I went ahead and I was browsing around on the seller store because he was like, oh yeah, we can send you the wheel that you need, no charge. I was like, all right. He was like, but could you buy something? And I'm like, oh my god, come on dude, that's not like very customer service. You need to send me the stuff that I did not get. So they are not X-Trans bots, so they are like, well, you can cover shipping, which is so and so much. And I was like, all right. So browsed around and I came upon the Angel Engine and I was like, you know what? I wanted these a while back and I didn't get them. And I was like, well, I could use a little bit of an upgrade. Because the Angel Engine is basically just an upgraded version of Hasbro's Transformers Prime ARCEE. But the Momo version is an upgrade of the pink version, which was a 2011 New York Comic Con exclusive that came with Bumblebee. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. How much is it? 10 bucks? Yeah, definitely, I'll get it. So yeah, it was like 10 bucks or something like that. It came up to a little more, maybe like 14 after tax or something. So I grabbed it, got this, I got my wheel for cup, I'm good to go. But I'm gonna go ahead and dig into this one and check it out. So yeah, we'll look around with this one, give it a nice little review, transform it, give it a comparison, and then give you some final thoughts. So first, we'll look over the box. All right, so as you see, there's not much to it. You have kind of a grid background, all pink and white, and you have a secondary pink here. There's ARCEE, you see production Angel Engine Momo version. Same at the top, same at the side, side again, bottom, and back. So the box is pretty simple, same design on every side, and not really much more to it from there. So let's just get into it. We're gonna go ahead and pop it open, get out a little mail opener. But first, please subscribe to the channel. So, but yeah, I couldn't pass it up for the price, and even though I was a little irritated that they wouldn't just send me the wheel, I went ahead and ordered this for a cheap price, and so far so good. So I couldn't complain. I did plan on ordering more from the company anyway, but ended up turning out to be this. So anyways, so there she is in her styrofoam dungeon, and here you have the little instruction sheet. So this is pretty much almost the same exact thing as the Transformers Prime version. You have 22 steps to transform in and out of cycle mode. So cool. We'll put that to the side, and we'll go ahead and check out the figure. First, we'll get out the accessories. So one thing I did like about this is you get both of her guns that come with little handles here. You get both style blades, and I'll show those off. So here's style 1, which is the more larger version. I guess you want to call this a big version. And you get a second style right here, which is more of the, I guess, cartoon accurate size. Well, unless she expands them, you can have the smaller or larger. I prefer the smaller ones. A while back when I did, dude, this is like a decade ago, when I got the Transformers Prime ARCEE, I was like, man, I need these blades. And I thought I had ordered them from Dr. Wu, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, I don't know. Go ahead and leave me a comment, let me know. But there's the other side. One more. And then I guess we'll go on to the figure. Get that out of here. So here it is. This is the Angel Engine Momo version. I don't have the regular version here with me. I do have it. I will grab it before we do the comparison. But this feels about the same size. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a little more gloss on the, I guess, the plastic itself. These are all plastic. There's no die cast or anything like that. I think the only metal would be the pins, you know, throughout the figure. We'll give it a look over, and it looks pretty good. I'm definitely noticing that the upgrade in the face is totally there, so that's good. Take a look at the little driving wheel. So rotating hinge here. Is that a mushroom peg? It looks to me to be the same as the Hasbro version, but I could be mistaken. Anyways, we'll check out the articulation. So the head, it's on a mushroom joint, and you can rotate it a full 360 if you were to pop this out some and come all the way around. It can go down and up. Come over to the arms. That chest is moving out the way. And whoop, ball joint, so they will pop off, but you can lift them up normally about this high. They can rotate a full 360 as well and pop off whenever you need. That's expected though. Let me see. You have bicep rotation. You have double jointed elbows. If I can pop that second in. There we go. And you come down to the wrist, and there you have that double hinge to move the hand out and in. So same for both sides. Let's see, lift that back. We'll check out the waist. And then you have waist swivel. Down at the legs, you have that ball joint at the hip. Down to the knees. Looks like you have a little bit of knee bend right here. If you come back up, see, leg come out that far to the front, and that far to the back, and that far straight out to the side. Down at the foot. So the foot can go back and forward. So that's pretty much it for the articulation, you know, basic Voyager class figure. We'll give it a look over again. Got the nice light visor going through the top of the head to kind of come into them, make them eyes glow a bit. This light over a little bit better, but it'll show it has the nice blue eyes, so that's really nice. But all right, so she does transform in her bike mode as she did on Transformers Prime, and we're gonna go ahead and check that out. All right, so first I'm gonna go ahead and take this piece and then spin it around, pull down these handlebars like that. We're gonna take this chest piece and pop that up on both sides. Oh! So those are up there. Take these arms and we're gonna spin the arm completely around on the inside. And we'll do this with both. So that way you have these arms facing in. Oh yeah, and real quick, if I remember correctly, I had to buy these little wrist pieces too from a third party because they didn't come on the regular figure. Alright, so we'll just open that up a bit. That wheel up right here. So that'll come out. Now, you're gonna separate the body like that. And then you're gonna take the head and slide that down like this. And then we're gonna bring this back down. Pull this to the front. Get that around on both sides. Get this arm out of the way. Inside, you have these two small pegs that you want to attach on each side here. You get the front together. Alright, I'm gonna move this up a bit like that. We're gonna take these hands, bring them in. So, we're gonna bring this down, fold that hand in, separate this piece from the shoulder. You kind of put them back. You come down to the waist, and you're just gonna spin it around like that. Take this back piece, raise that up, and you'll come down to the feet. You're gonna take that foot and push that in, and then you're gonna bring the wheel out like that. Do that for both sides. Wheel out, put the foot down. Just like that. And then you'll bring the feet together. And then you gotta line up the wheel. Kind of get that connected. Line up the back and take them pieces into each other like that. Make sure your wheel is lined up like so. And then you're gonna go ahead and fold these legs in. So you start like that and bring that up here. Kind of get that hand like that. So you have the arm hidden, you know, behind this little panel here. You're gonna bring that down, tab it into place on the side, right there. It'll probably pop out, but we gotta do the same with this arm. So bring this in and hide it behind that panel. Move it up some. There we go. Bring it down. And you want to tab this piece in as well. Like that. Bring your wheel out. So you got your kickstand down, and there you have it. So there's your Angel Engine Momo version in bike mode. Now, you don't have to do this, but if you want to, you can take the larger blades. You can see it's got those little pieces on each side. So you could have your bladed bike if you want to. You don't have to. It's totally up to you. Same for both sides, you know, just peg those on in. There you go. Check out those wheels. Move nicely. Very cool. So now we'll transform her back into bot mode, and I'll show you guys something along the way. Alright, so I'm gonna untab these. We're gonna bring these legs back down, and this is the cool thing. So I had this on my RC for a while, but you don't have to put the feet back into, you know, the full bot form. So I had her as a wheelie. I thought that was cool. You can totally transform the top and leave the bottom alone. You know, it's personal preference, up to you. but I think I'm going to try it with this one just because I thought it looked cool. But now we'll take those arms, extend them out, and spin them back around. Fold that up. Like that. Same for this side. Just kind of extend the arm down. Allow them to pop off if they want. You simply pop them right back in. They're really easy. You will separate this front. Like that. I guess you can bring the handlebars back in. Like that. Keep that out. Push that down. Arm out. Push this piece back in right here and rotate the bottom like that. Now you got to get back into this chest, so pull the top wheel down and you're gonna get that head back up out of that inside like that and bring it back up. Bring the chest back down. One here and one here. And bring your wheel down. Spin it. Do whatever you want with it. Doesn't matter. I really don't think it matters which way it goes, but it fits in a little more better that way. And if you want to take your handlebars and spin them back around, you can do this either way as well. Do something like this. So that's the way it'll go. And there you have your ARCEE all back into bot mode with a partial wheel bottom. Alright, so now we'll move on to her blades. We'll start with this one. So you can see she's got that little spot here on the bottom of the forearm. You just take that peg that's on it, pop it right in like so. Now you don't have to do that. Take that out. And you can put it on her legs if you want. So you have one on the side right here. And one right there. Get that kickstand kind of out the way. The smaller blades, they will plug in right there and there. Like that. So we'll get both of those in. And now I've seen people make this mistake in the past, but you're like, how can she hold her weapon? You know, it doesn't fit in her hand, doesn't it? But you simply take that off. That doesn't go onto it. And you slide this directly onto the top of her hand. Just like that. So now she's got her weaponized arms. You can do it with both if you want. You don't have to. Put the figure in a pose, you know. Pew, 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 pew. Either way, whatever you do with her, it'll look cool. Alright, so we're going to try to get her in a decent pose, and then we'll show you guys some comparisons. Alright, so here is Angel Engine with the Studio Series Transformers the Movie ARCEE. Here is Angel Engine with the Transformers Prime New York Comic Con 2011 ARCEE. And here she is with the Transformers Masterpiece ARCEE. Really quick, I wanted to bring back out the actual Transformers Prime ARCEE right here, just to show a little bit of a more side-to-side comparison. As you can see, I guess the Angel Engine is a bit taller. If you come down and you look at the faces, get that chest out the way a little bit. This one is I just see a lot more detail in it, you know, especially the eyes. They're a bit wider, they're a bit larger. Looks like a little bit more of a smirk. I mean, the smirk is still on the New York version, but on here, it's a little more, I don't know, it's a little more seen, I think. There is no Autobot symbol, of course, so I can always add one of those. The guns, are not in pink. And if you look at the wrist, it does not have those, I guess, kind of bracelets on there. So you have the blades, you have the arm blades, different color weapons because I don't think they came with them. And you can move around that back windshield any way you want it. Like a slight upgrade, not a major upgrade, but definitely a little bit of an upgrade. So anyways, we'll get out of here. Got her out of here. And there's your Angel Engine Momo version from APC Toys. So now we will go ahead and throw her up onto the turntable and give you some final thoughts.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments.
We now return to the Transformers.
Alright, and here you have it. This is the Angel Engine Momo version, Transformers Prime Pink ARCEE upgrade from the 2011 New York Comic Con ARCEE and Bumblebee set. And yeah, slight upgrade, not too much. A little flimsy, a little loose. You know, I don't think it's as well built as the Hasbro version, but you know, it definitely has an upgrade. A little more shinier in some areas, a little more detail, you know, especially in the chest. The waist is like a lot slimmer than the normal Hasbro version. The guns match now, so they're pink instead of silver, black, and blue. Yeah, everything fits on it very nicely. Transformation did run into a little bit of a kink, you know, especially with the upper area. The ball joints on the arms, they don't like to stay in. They're easily, you know, able to be popped off. But I think I mainly went with this for the price. I'll leave a little picture right here in case you guys need it. And I don't know, overall it's okay. You know, it does have those little wristbands, I guess you want to call them. So they're nice. And yeah, it's just overall kind of like a nice upgrade. You get those extra arm blades and it's pretty cool. I can't say it's a bad buy, you know, like the disappointment with having to buy something in order to get my wheel I needed for my cup. But overall, I'm happy with it. You know, you can't complain. Under 20 bucks. I think the blue version of the Prime ARCEE, they do have her, and I think she runs a bit more. I don't know why. It's totally weird to me, but overall, I'm happy. So anyways, if you're interested, check them out. APC Toys did like pretty much the whole line of the Transformers Prime figures, and I'm debating on getting a couple of them. You know, some of the Prime figures will run, you know, pretty hefty penny nowadays. But you can get these at a pretty discounted price. But, you know, you're also looking at the quality of the figure itself. But overall, I think it's okay. It's not a bad grab. But that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up. Subscribe. Tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media. And we will see you in the next one. Peace.